DC Comics hires the worst people to work on their comics. I don't know why, the people like your boy Zach are going out there going, comics are good now. Comics are good now. There's nothing to complain about. Yeah, right. And I've seen this going on quite a bit. Everything shrunk again. There's just a select small people who are actually reading comic books in the comic book industry now, and they've all moved on. They're gone. And so we need to move and do something different and care about other things again, guys. So important. That's why we're building a movement here to change the comic culture. And I'm going to get into this nut who DC Comics has hired. It's one of the most indefensible things I've ever possibly seen. And somebody who doesn't even really write comics, of course. It's an activist, and the dude is just a really angry person who's scary. Scarier than Mags Visaggio, I got to tell you. So let's get into this in just a moment. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Join us here as we talk about all things comics. I do have something a little different today, guys. My Justified Saga of the Nano Templar, this is my my book. Like, it's a real book, not a comic book, no pictures. And it's doing really, really well. It's actually number 2 in Christian science fiction right now, sitting at the top of the charts. And I would like it to get it to number 1 today if it's possible. This all relies on you. So it's only 99 cents. You can read a full novel. It's also available on audiobook if you would prefer to read that way. And so really good stuff. Crusading in space, lots of fun, non-degenerate stuff. Somebody asked me if I'm going to make a comic book out of this. I'll think about it. My Terran Imperium stuff's kind of close as it is. And I've got a little twist you're going to like later this year in the new Terran Imperium universe book that we're coming out with. But yeah, this is wonderful. It's a trilogy, and check it out in the description below. Thanks for supporting us. I've also got a Substack where I'm posting free comic pages every single day, starting with my Flying Sparks. We're on issue 2 right now, and we're just building this. We're up to 120 followers here, guys. Just read comics. Read again, guys. That's where it's at, and let's build these alternatives out there because it needs to be done. We need full universes to expand and to care about. Flying Sparks is so fun. And thanks for being here. Thanks for making this a success as we've launched this. So I'll put these. This is number 1, Justified. Number 2, go to the Substack, guys. Thank you for being here. So DC Comics has hired yet another transgender activist to work on their comic line. Gretchen Felker-Martin, now writing Red Hood, a mentally ill man who's advocated for violence and terrorism on social media. Now, DC Comics must have like the highest number of like transgender writers working for them, like as a percentage of like any company out there. It's insane. I mean, how many books do they come out with a month? Like 50 or 60, and like they've got like 3 transgender writers at this point. I mean, what percentage is that of the population? This is nuts. And this is what they're doing to push this. They've already got Supergirl just came out this month by Sophie Campbell, another one of their Troon authors. And I have not reviewed that yet. Maybe I'll get around to that. Oh, painful. Of course, they give it to somebody like Supergirl to a dude who's pretending to be a woman. Weird stuff. So this is who they've hired to write now, Red Hood. And as you can see, they've already got Red Hood kind of like weirdly coated with like a woman with a very strong jawline hanging out with the actual Red Hood. And you know it's not going to be about Jason. It's going to be about this being stronger than Jason Todd and even better. Because this is what they do every single time, right? Out of Gotham, not out of bullets, is where they go here. So you get into this stuff, and you go on Blue Sky, and you immediately see somebody says, "What were you known for on Twitter?" And then the dude says, "The transgender monster who killed J.K. Rowling." So when you get into this, J.K. Rowling is the writer of Harry Potter, if you don't know. And, of course, the transgender activists go absolutely crazy on her because she has the gall to say that if you put on a dress and a wig, you're not a woman, you're still a man. And you should be treated like a man and not allowed into women's spaces because it's dangerous. Now, this guy lost his marbles on this, of course, and wrote some weird, creepy fan fiction about J.K. Rowling getting burned down in a house and like suffering very terribly. This guy's insane and dangerous. I mean, this is really, really weird to do that, right? And yes, he then killed J.K. Rowling in a story, and maybe he will in a real life sort of situation. I mean, you never know. You don't want to put this person around J.K. Rowling. So since that, this guy then went further and said he wanted to slit J.K. Rowling's throat in a tweet after getting savaged for his little creepy fan fiction there. So as you can see, this person is violent and mentally unhinged, and this is who DC Comics is like, let's promote that guy. Well, this is the thing. These comic companies, Marvel and DC, are the same they've always been. I know that there's Absolute Batman and Ultimate Spider-Man. They've done these like side universes where they like kind of give fans crumbs of what they want, and it's not really, but it's just kind of crumbs. It's really insulting to readers. And their mainline universes are being treated by people like this and Mariko Tamaki and Denise Camp, who are just writing these terrible, terrible political scribes over and over and over again. It's been this way for years, and it's only getting worse as it goes along. The comic industry is not doing well. Of course, Diamond Comics Distribution just declared bankruptcy. Millions of dollars just went out the drain. A lot of companies are having a lot of trouble right now, and nothing outside of these big gimmick lines are selling. And so it's a big, big problem for both of these companies. And this isn't going to sell, obviously. So he talked about his book contents here. He says, to everyone afraid this story will be pro-cop, here's the last time I wrote about cops in a DC comic, showing what he thinks about the police. And this is really creepy. But a cop shoots some kid playing with a squirt gun in Gotham Park. Oh, how sad. We'll have to invest in more training. That's just business as usual. So, this dude's fantasizing about cops. Obviously like an Antifa activist over here, going crazy. And this is the nuttiest thing I've seen posted. So can states pretty safely state that bin Laden and I did not agree on much, but blowing up the World Trade Center is probably the most principled and defensible thing he ever did. What? This is pretty wild. So you got the cop hate there. You've got the J.K. Rowling threats of violence, which I would take as credible and serious. I mean, you've seen what these activists have been doing lately. And then you've got this where he's like advocating for terrorism, saying it's principled and defensible. This is wild. This is like DC Comics. What are you doing? It's pretty obvious why they're hiring this dude. This dude doesn't write comics. This dude is just an activist, American author and film critic, writing some weird stuff. Manhunt, Black Flame, right here. And as you can see, just has a very big Blue Sky following. 25,000 Blue Sky followers because of just attacking people. That's what he gets. Very wild stuff on this level. Talking about Gaza right now, of course, and wow. So this is more Gaza. It's always Gaza. This person would. Can you imagine dropping this dude off in Gaza? Like, what would happen? Maybe Gretchen, if you really want to fight this war in the Middle East so hard, why don't you just go and like volunteer, sign up, and see what happens? I'm sure the Palestinians are gonna love you over there. Good stuff. So just get out of DC Comics and leave us alone. So this will be coming out in September, I guess, with a new Red Hood. Of course, they're doing a bunch of new stuff that's coming out with DC Comics with the Batman line and the like, and they're trying to get this going. As you can see, I don't know what the description is or anything like that, but you can tell by the cover it's going to be a replacement character that's not even going to be about Red Hood. But this is crazy. Like, hiring this dude is one of the craziest things I've ever seen the comic industry do. Like I said, this is far worse than a Maddox Visaggio or anything like that. This dude seems to have violent delusions for real. But hey, that's DC Comics for you. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Grab Justified in the description below. You're going to love this book, guys. Thanks for being here. Also, sign up for my comic Substack. We need to build a new culture away from this nonsense without this degeneracy, and I'm trying to do so, guys. So thanks for being here. Thanks for signing up, and thanks for grabbing the books. We'll be back.